Hi, I'm Ken Kessler, and welcome to the Sounds of Christmas podcast. If you're new to this podcast, I want to start by saying thanks for joining us. If you're not new, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. Now, to avoid any confusion, I want to start off by saying there won't be any music played here. This is a place for conversation. I'll talk about Christmas music and some related topics, sometimes by myself and sometimes with guests. If you're looking for music, just go to soundsofchristmas.com and click on the tree or the player on the front page or on the Listen Now page. We play the best variety of Christmas music all year long. Well, except in October, when we play the best variety of Halloween music. And now, the wait is over. The new season of the Sounds of Christmas has begun. I guess that actually depends on when you're listening to this particular episode. I'm recording it on Halloween night and posting it early in the morning of November 1st, 2022. So what follows is about the 2022 season of the Sounds of Christmas. I'm excited about playing all your favorites again this season, along with lots of new music. I've already added over 100 new songs to our library, and it's still very early, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of new stuff to come. There's a page on our website called New for 2022, and that should give you a good idea of a lot of the new music we're playing this season. It covers a lot of it, but by no means does it cover it all. I'm sure there are releases I've already missed, and as things get busier and busier, there will be others that I don't get a chance to post. It's not intentional, and my apologies for any that I have already missed or that I miss over the next month or two. I also want to mention the singers and bands that are supporting us this season. The Sounds of Christmas doesn't run a lot of commercials, and what we do run mostly just keeps the station going. It's never been a big money maker, and it was never meant to be. It's just a way I can share my love of Christmas music with as many people as I can, and if I can do that without costing me a small fortune, all the better. You're going to have the opportunity, if you choose, to meet a lot of the singers and musicians who are supporting us this season on upcoming episodes of this podcast, but I'd like to take a few moments and introduce them to you. First, a huge thank you to those who are returning. These people have been with us for multiple seasons, and I'm very grateful that somehow we found each other and share our love of Christmas music. This year, there are 24 artists that are supporting us, and over half of them have been with us at least one time before. I have to start with Kenny Davies. He says his song Christmas Rap is the true story about Santa. He recorded it and posted it to YouTube around Thanksgiving 2012. And he's been sponsoring us season after season. It's possible that he's been with us since that first year his song came out. I'm not really sure. And if he wasn't, it's definitely been almost that long. In fact, he's almost always the first one to sign on for the next season, sometimes as early as the spring. Russ Lawrenson has been with us for several seasons as well. He first came to us around the time his second Christmas album, In the Holiday Spirit, was released, which I think was in 2015. Michael Sinatra has been with us several times before, too. He's also been so generous with his time that he's already checked in with the podcast to give us an update on the new Christmas music he's releasing this year, and I'm hoping to have a follow-up from him soon about this year's new Christmas music and a possible tease of what's coming in 2023. Bryn Stanley is back with us for her fourth season in a row. Her classic Christmas album has garnered some terrific reviews, and so has the video that she did for Santa Bring My Baby Back to Me. Last year, she added a beautiful version of Wonderful World to the album, and this year, it's been released on vinyl. I think this year also marks 4 in a row for Suzanne's band. Their second Christmas single came out last year, and like Michael Sinatra, Suzanne checked in with us along the way to share that single's journey from the earliest writing and recording stages up through its release last November. Tommy Prophet is back with us for the third time in a row. 2 years ago, after a 15-year journey, he finally released his amazing Christmas album, Birth of a King, and is excited to be back and share his love of Christmas music. Rosalie Drysdale also joining us for the third season. Her album Let Your Be Light debuted 2 years ago, and she's also been releasing a string of singles since that came out, including her take on Mary Did You Know. And Lori Berkner is back for her third time. She just released her second Christmas album, Another Lori Berkner Christmas. Her previous Christmas album, A Lori Berkner Christmas, came out around 10 years ago give or take. It may have been 11, I think. But anyway, she said she thought it was time for a sequel, and we're very happy to have her back. Paul Kelly is back again this year for his second time. He released his first ever Christmas album, Paul Kelly's Christmas Train, last year, which included an updated version of his popular classic, How to Make Gravy. Cliff Beach is also back for his second time. Last year, he released his first Christmas album, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And this year, he's putting out an a cappella version of Jingle Bells. Should be coming your way soon. And of course, you'll be hearing it soon on The Sounds of Christmas. Dan Ashley returns for his second time. He has a great Christmas single, a cover of My Favorite Time of the Year, and you may know the original by the Florence Street Band. He also hints to me that there might be a Christmas album in the works in the not-too-distant future. Linda Imperial is back, her second time as well. She has an original Christmas single called Christmas, You and Me, and she's hoping to release her version of her favorite Christmas song soon, and that's Little Drummer Boy. Corrine Cook is back for her second time. Her Christmas single is A Soldier's Holiday, and she hopes it shares the feelings that women in the military have when the calendar turns to December. Liz Kennedy is also back for another year. This is her second. Her single is Snowman Moon, A Christmas Crime, which she says she hopes captures that magic that is found in love and also at this very special time of year. And Deb Bowman returns for her second year with The Sounds of Christmas. Last year, she released her first Christmas album, A Big Love Holiday, which I believe Deb is planning to take out on tour in December. As if that wasn't enough, there are some super talented, amazing singers and musicians joining The Sounds of Christmas this year for the first time. First is the collective known as All-Star Kid. I just had a conversation with Adila in the previous episode of this podcast, but for those who missed it, All-Star Kid has released an album called A Thankfully Spooktacular Christmas, which features songs for kids about, as you might have guessed, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Singer-songwriter Stephen Winston makes his debut with The Sounds of Christmas this season. He says he hopes his single, Winter's Breath Warms the Heart, which recounts a childhood memory, helps everyone revel in the nostalgia of those warm memories of Christmas past. Singer-songwriter Sarah Partridge joins us for the first time this year, following the release of her first Christmas album, A Partridge in a Pear Tree, and she said that had to be the title given her name and the expectations of pretty much everybody who's ever known her. Also new this year is Mark Winter, formerly in the 80s band Illusion. Mark has just released his first Christmas single, Christmas in the Air. Similarly, the Keith Band is with us for the first time following the release of their first single, Christmas Magic, though they hint that there may be more Christmas music on the way. Of course, we love to hear that kind of thing, too. I'm really looking forward to it. American roots singer-songwriter Grant Malloy Smith is joining us for the first time this year. His first Christmas album, The Christmas Heart, is just out, and you may also know Grant from his single a few years back, Fly Possum Fly. Jazz pop standards vocalist Jane Monheit is with us for the first time this year, following the release of her second Christmas album, The Merriest. Jane released her first Christmas album, The Season, back in 2005, and a follow-up has been on her schedule for years, and when you hear it, you'll know it was worth waiting for. Paul Kelly isn't the only Australian singer with us this year. Rhonda Birchmore joins us for the first time with her big band Christmas album, A Red Hot Swingin' Christmas, another Christmas project that was in the works for years, and once you'll hear it, you'll know it was worth the wait. And Matt Molnar is also with us for the first time this year. Matt's album, Some Christmas Songs, was picked for USA Today's holiday album list when it first came out a few years ago. I'm very grateful to each and every one of these artists for supporting the Sounds of Christmas this season, and I wanted to mention them here, even though you'll get the chance to meet most of them in upcoming podcast episodes, though quite a few of them have already made appearances on this podcast, and you can check those out right now if you haven't already. And of course, you'll get to hear their music on the Sounds of Christmas now that the new season has begun. I probably should take this opportunity to let you know, just in case you're new to us, and also just in case you're not new, but maybe you don't remember. There are 3 pretty simple ways that you can listen to the Sounds of Christmas. First, simply click on the player on the front page of our website. This way, you can listen to us as long as you're on that page, even if you open other windows. Second, you can click on the tree on our front page. That opens a pop-up player so you can keep listening to us whether you stay on our website or go to check your email or Facebook or whatever. You can keep listening as long as you keep that pop-up player going. Both of those options are also available on the Listen Now page. And I also want to mention that some browsers don't show the player. And in those cases, you'll only be able to click the tree for our pop-up player. Third, you can download our free app in the Google Play Store for your Android device and take us with you wherever you go. I know you may not be ready for Christmas music yet, but when you are, we're ready for you. The Sounds of Christmas is playing the best variety of Christmas music with all your favorite songs and favorite artists, along with hundreds of brand new ones. Thanks so much for listening and for continuing to support the Sounds of Christmas station and podcast. As I mentioned, the new season has just begun, so anytime you're ready for Christmas music, we're up and running and ready for you. And as far as this podcast goes, we're now on over 30 podcasting sites. So if you didn't find us on your favorite today, just search for the Sounds of Christmas next time you go there, and I'm pretty sure you'll see our tree. Then you can subscribe and you'll never miss another episode. If you have comments or suggestions on this episode, previous episodes, the Sounds of Christmas station, the Sounds of Halloween, or the Standard station, feel free to reach out to me on social media or through the website. Thanks again, and may you always believe in Santa Claus.